news anchor Chase Radke coming in from the one and only Los Angeles News, the KTLA 35.5. The date is November 1st, 1952, and it is a brisk 60 degrees here in LA, and the time reads 6 p.m. Tonight we have big headlines and big stories coming in from the tried and true United States of America, fighting for democracy everywhere. With the 1952 presidential election right around the corner, with Republican and famous World War II General Dwight D. Eisenhower going against Democrat Adlai Stevenson. Either have a good chance of winning the presidency and leading this country in our constant ideological war against the communist Soviet Union. Like so many of our boys in the service in Korea and in West Germany and West Berlin are saying, it's better to be dead than red. We will get to other headlines and other stories soon, but we need to start with a major new scientific breakthrough in the nuclear field. At 1915 hours yesterday, October 31st, at Inuitik in the Pacific, our country tested the world's first thermonuclear, or what some people call a hydrogen bomb. The detonation has been codenamed Ivy Mike by the military, and the yield of this bomb was equivalent to 10.4 megatons of TNT, 700 times more powerful than the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki back in 1945. Now you viewers at home or listening on our broadcast station might be wondering, what even is a thermonuclear bomb? Well, I have been bestowed upon the knowledge to inform the public on this device.
Thermonuclear weapons are all around more compact, have a lower mass, and more destructive power. Nuclear fusion, where two or more nuclei combine to form one or more different atomic nuclei, allows this device to make more efficient use of uranium-235 presented here, and plutonium-239 also presented here, which are scarce materials. These weapons consist of two stages, a nuclear fission primary stage composed of uranium or plutonium, and a separate secondary nuclear fusion containing thermonuclear fuel, which have the heavy hydrogen isotopes deuterium and tritium. For this reason, they are commonly called H-bombs by the public. With this, a fusion explosion begins with the detonation in the fission primary stage. The temperature at this point rises past almost 100 million Kelvin, equivalent to 180 million Fahrenheit, which causes it to glow with thermal X-rays. These X-rays flood the radiation case, which confines the X-ray energy and resists its downward pressure, which is separated to prevent the disassembly of the second stage. The secondary stage is imploded by this X-ray energy impinging on its pusher/tamper, which shortens the stage, causing the density to be driven up. This density causes a central plutonium spark plug to go supercritical and causes a nuclear fission chain reaction. This heats the highly compressed, super dense thermonuclear fuel surrounding the spark plug to around 300 million Kelvin, equivalent to 540 million Fahrenheit. The massive tamper also serves as a thermal barrier to prevent the fuel from becoming too hot, which would spoil the compression. This tamper also captures fast fusion neutrons and undergoes fission itself, which increases its explosive yield. These two stages together are dubbed as a Teller-Ulam designed bomb, named after physicist Edward Teller and mathematician Stanislaw Ulam. They would achieve this nuclear breakthrough in March of 1951, which has led us to today with the Ivy Mike test. Well, now that you know the basic principles of a thermonuclear bomb and how it works, let's get back to the story. This 74 metric ton bomb, which physically resembled more of a factory than a weapon, was detonated yesterday, and it has become the biggest nuclear test thus far by the United States. A total of 9,350 military and 2,300 civilian personnel were involved in this test, as well as cooperation with the U.S. Army, Air Force, Navy, and intelligence service branches.
8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1.
At 7:15 local time, the device exploded, creating a massive fireball with a radius of 1.8 to 2.1 miles. The mushroom cloud of the explosion reached almost 56,000 feet in the first 90 seconds. It would later meet a max height of 135,000 feet, with the top of the cloud extending out to a diameter of 100 miles. The blast also left a crater of 6,230 feet in diameter and 164 feet deep, causing a massive dirt and water to be thrown into the air, with waves reaching almost 20 feet high. Some of the debris would fall upon U.S. Navy ships stationed almost 35 miles away from the test. The test was also The Soviet Union, otherwise known as the USSR, just tested their first hydrogen bomb. It has been nicknamed Joe 4. Castle Bravo exploded, and within 1 second formed a fireball almost 4.5 miles across, the biggest hydrogen bomb the United States has tested thus far.